Today's video, I'm just gonna go over maybe I think five different gadgets, tools, accessories that are under $100 that I find very useful and that I find myself using all the time. Now, they aren't gonna be in order from one being the best accessory. These are just gonna be five that I find myself using all the time. So the first one is gonna be a super clamp. I find myself using the super clamp majority of the time if I'm setting up multiple different lighting in like a fitness shoot or just shoots in general, where you don't want to use light stands because sometimes showing light stands in your videos can make the budget of the video kind of or less professional. I find myself using one of these super clamps just because it makes the whole set and shoot look a little bit more professional, a little bit more cleaner, kind of just make things a little easier for you when you want to set up things. So basically what the super clamp is, it's like a heavy duty clamp that you have a little ratchet here or a little knob that you turn, and this basically just can clamp onto, let's just say, a pole or something, or in this case, you know, if we're shooting at a gym, we can clamp it on top of like a rack where people do squats or something. And then on top here we have the adapter to mount our lighting, or in this case I had one of these adapters to mount my Pavo tube. But we can mount a light on top of here, no problem. It's a cleaner system to go with instead of using light stands because there's nothing in the way of the shot and it's up high. So it kind of makes the whole scenario of what you're shooting look a little bit more practical. So the next piece of accessory or equipment that I find myself using all the time are these new K&F Concept filters or NDs. I love the leather case that they come with. So this one here is the variable ND. I'm gonna show a couple shots that I just shot a few weeks ago using this variable ND. Now the bigger diameter you do go, the more expensive you're gonna get. So like I got 105 mil here. This is a 10 stop ND system. This one here I believe was like 150 or 200 bucks. There isn't color cast on this ND system. I didn't really notice anything on it. I'll show a couple clips of me using it. I was using these on the Rokinon DSX Cine lenses. So now those Rokinon Cine lenses do suffer from CA, especially when shooting at a T1.5. But using this filter, I don't want to say it eliminated that because it's kind of impossible, but it just made it less noticeable. It didn't really bug me in the end with that lens showing some of the CA, but I just found using this on there allowed me to stop down all the way to a T1.5. You can't use any other variable ND system out there, but some will produce a color cast. The next item that I use majority every time I turn my camera on is going to be a certain battery that allows me to power my monitor. And that's these Power Extra NPF. The thing I like about them is that they have a power indicator here, so as soon as you press it, it tells you how much juice is left on this battery. Kind of long, so when you do have a monitor on top of your camera without a handle and you have the monitor tilted down, this might hit your lens. So now I find myself using maybe one or two of these if I'm shooting on a full day. Now the cool thing about these is that they have a USB plug on the top, so if you're shooting like a 14-hour wedding day and your phone's running low on battery, you can just simply use this as like an external battery if you want to charge something. And then it also has a DC in on the top as well, so you can even use this to power like a wireless follow focus or whatever else you like. The next item that I find myself using more and more now is this color checker. This comes in so many different forms. This one here is a little bit of a cheaper option, but basically what this allows you to do is get the proper white balance from white or the gray or whatever color you're going to be using. Now this can come in a few different sizes or forms. You can also get something like this, which you can just keep around your neck. So if you're running around and you're changing scenes or something and you just want to make sure your white balance is good, you can just simply hold this up, record, and then when you're in the editing process, you can just get the white balance dropper, click on whatever card you want to white balance from. The last accessory I want to talk about are these sprigs. Basically what these are, it's made for camera cable management. It makes your rig a lot cleaner. It makes your rig have the cables that if you're using for monitors or wireless follow focus or whatever you're using, it makes the cables closer to the camera instead of dangling outwards. These are gonna screw into your rig. I don't want to say there's threads on the end. They just look like little rivets or teeth made out of rubber. You can simply just slide it into a threaded mount on the handle or cage. But when you do turn it, I find that these do get somewhat tight. But like I said, I don't think there are actual threads on there. It's just it grabs the threads on the cage and it just makes it tighter. So that's it for these accessories that I would highly recommend. Now, these are just some of my accessories that I found myself using all the time. I do have more accessories, but these are just the most popular accessories that I bring on me on a client shoot. So that's it for today's video. If you guys have some accessories that you guys find yourself using all the time and are on the lower budget side, let me know in the comments below. Other than that, we'll see you guys on the next video.